This week on Outdoor Junkies, I'll be heading over to I-90 Enterprises for maintenance on the trailer. Then we're heading off to Alaska with Brian Roberts and his family for a moose hunt he'll never forget, junkie style.
What's up, junkies? We're here in Edgerton, Wisconsin at I-90 Enterprises. I'm here with Phil, and today we're going to have some maintenance done on the trailer. Phil, what are we looking in for today?
Today we're going to do general wheel bearing maintenance service on Brian's trailer. He's got quite a few miles wrapped up on it now, so this will be wheel bearings, general maintenance, inspection of suspension, hardware, things of that nature, and just give it kind of our 100% tune-up. So anytime you're working on your trailer, we've got jack stands in the back supporting the trailer, and then a jack stand in the front. You can never count on the tongue jack, especially on your fishing boat where you have the pivoting tongue jack. Once you lift up the back of the trailer, there's a lot of weight and a lot of movement pressing on that tongue jack, so you don't want it to fail. We always set a tongue jack under the coupler when we're servicing one of these trailers.
So Phil, what typically goes into a bearing job on one of these trailers? Is it kind of like a boat trailer?
It's exactly like a boat trailer, just that we're not backing this one into the water on a daily basis. Loose bearings from wear as the bearing seats into the race and everything wears down inside of there. In your boat trailer, you'd have water intrusion issues from dipping those hot hubs into the river and launching and loading the boat and things like that.
How often do you think someone should come in and get their trailer tuned up?
Depending on the miles, our general rule of thumb is every 5,000 miles. Some of the boat guys that are in the water all the time, maybe an annual. It's pretty inexpensive just to have an annual inspection done on those bearings. It really saves you from a tow bill on the side of the highway. The first things we always do is what we call, generic term, we call it the wiggle test. And it's just checking for slop in the bearings. And yours is fairly sloppy, and that just means you could knock the cap off, tighten the nut up. In this case, you got enough miles, we're just gonna throw the bearings away, start over. On the boat trailers where we have water and rust, you spin the tire, and we call that the rumble test. And if you can hear any noise, grinding, etc., that means the bearings are rusty in there, things are loose. So between those two things, that's like the telltale signs of it's time to do some bearings. The grease you're seeing on the outside of the wheel was from the Easy Lube grommet cap. 2 years, they're rotted out, throw them away. Now on the back side of the hub, you'll see some grease starting to come out of the seal there. Yep. In our enclosed trailer world, that's not the end of the world. In a boat trailer, that means if grease is coming out, water's coming in. Yeah. And once you start getting grease on the back side of the wheels, it's time to address the problem before it is a problem. Your grease was pretty black and nasty in there. I mean, this was really good timing. Replace a bearing job. Yeah.
So it's a pretty quick process where you can have people in and out.
Absolutely. Single axle trailer, planned for an hour for full inspection and a set of wheel bearings. Tandem axle, double the time pretty much, 2 hours. A lot of folks will drop off in the morning, pick up at night. And then also you'll see, once Bill gets the nut tight there, he's got a new keeper to secure the nut. Always put a new keeper on, whether it's a cotter pin style, a tab locking style, or that style like he's got right there where it just clips over the nut and keeps it in place. Last step is torquing the lug nuts on the trailer. You saw Bill tighten things or snug things down with the impact earlier, and then he's bringing it up to a final torque by hand at 105 foot-pounds. So your half-inch wheel studs that you're going to find on most of your lighter cargo trailers, most of your fishing boats and things of that nature, that wheel stud's torqued at 105 foot-pounds. Never a bad idea to just randomly check that throughout the season, especially with the fishing boats with the fancy aluminum wheels. Those wheels can loosen up. Hot wheel, hot hub, back it into the cold river, and next thing you know, the expansion, contraction, you get a loose lug nut occasionally. So we've got pretty much any moving component on these trailers, you either oil it or grease it. The door hinges, they pack salt in there, they grow and they get stiff. The far side hinge right now is tight. Brian noticed the door wasn't closing very good. So what we'll do is we'll just pump a bunch of grease into that and have him work the door up and down over the next few weeks, and it should get better. If you allow it to get too bad, it's time to then cut the hinge off, start over. When it comes to service on trailers, like we're doing the wheel bearings and we're inspecting the suspension and brake jobs, things of that nature, if your trailer gets damaged heavily on a side, skins are damaged, wall posts are damaged, we have taken and cut entire sides out of the trailers, support the roofs, install new studs, reskin, and things of that nature.
All right, well, thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Brian. It's always a pleasure.
If someone wants to get a hold of you guys, where can they check you guys out at?
I90 Enterprises, I90ENT.com, or give us a call, shoot us a text at 608-884-3697.
Thanks a lot, junkies. Tune in next time.
Outdoor Junkies is brought to you by I90 Enterprises, Hanksters Motorsports, B-Fish and Tackle, Custom Jigs and Spins, and these fine sponsors. This has been a Stone Lake production. I90 Enterprises is your one-stop shop for custom trailers, parts, and repair. Located off Interstate I-90 just outside of Edgerton, Wisconsin, our technicians can quickly diagnose the issues, make repairs, custom design your trailer to fit your needs, and get you back on the road. From trailer parts, maintenance, and accessories, if you have a job to do, I90 Enterprises has a team to help you get it done. I90 Enterprises, your benchmark for excellence. Hanksters Motorsports is your destination for the largest selection of ATVs, UTVs, snowmobiles, and motorcycles in southern Wisconsin. Conveniently located on Highway 51 between Janesville and Beloit, Hanksters Motorsports services all makes and models of anything power sports. Thanks to all of our customers, Hanksters Motorsports is now the fastest growing Yamaha dealer in the state of Wisconsin. To see all of our current specials and inventory, go to hankstersmotorsports.com.
The Cunis Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Outdoor Junkies TV. Shop over 4,000 new and pre-owned vehicles at our Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram locations in Platteville and Barneveld today, or visit us online at cuniscountry.com.
In the midst of a global pandemic, one man has sacrificed it all for better ice fishing, Checkeye Matten. He just makes jigs.
Just make jigs! Just make jigs! Just make jigs! I got jigs!
Nice. What are they called?
Tutso.
Introducing the Tutso, the latest tungsten creation from Custom Jigs and Spins.
I love you like la 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 la.
All right, this week on Outdoor Junkies, we're heading to Alaska. I'm going with my brother Don and my brother Dale. We're going to go up and see my dad. He actually lives in Alaska, so we're pretty fortunate that we can go up and hunt up there.
Well, junkies, this is a view from my dad's house. Absolutely amazing. Right in the backyard here, big old reindeer. We are going over the top of that mountain there. It's gonna be a hike.
So day one, when we get to my dad's house, we have to pack all of our food that we're gonna eat up there for the week. It's like a 6-mile walk back up into where we hunt. My dad's already got tent camp already set up.
We just made it into camp. We're about ready to get some food. Brian's out here trying to spot some moose.
I'm telling you what, that was about all I could handle walking in here, so.
Almost killed him.
It was something unbelievable, but this is the scenery we got to look at, and we're gonna shoot a moose this week, so.
The old cabin back here. I didn't have it on the first time. I think I had it on picture, so we got to retell the story over here. Don found 3 holes in his mattress.
Matt's junk.
Dad's over here relaxing by the fireplace. This is hunting, right here. Well, Brian still thinks he's not tired, so he's gonna chop a piece of wood.
Stuff ready.
Oh, and we got the fire. Looky there. Rare sight in Alaska. The sun's coming out.
It's kind of a family tradition that every 2 years we go up and hunt together. I have a moose tag this year. Both my brothers have shot moose. My son has shot a moose, and now it's my turn to shoot one.
All right, it's 2019. We finally made it up here to Alaska. We had a 3.5-hour walk in here. Rained on us all day. So this morning we cut up some wood and we're ready to do a little moose hunting, maybe a little grizzly hunt. We got Don, my dad, Don, and then Dale's behind the cameraman. Let's see if we can find us a moose.
So once we get settled in camp, you don't hunt moose early up there, so you just take your time, walk through, but we have to cross a river to get to the meadows on the other side. Normally we cross the river in waders, hip waders. Well, this year Mother Nature gave us 2 trees to walk across, which was kind of sketchy, but it was fun. It was a lot easier than taking your boots off, you know, putting the waders on and then walking across. But so when you're on top of those logs and you look down and watch that water roaring through there, if you were to fall off, you'd definitely be in trouble. So it was pretty sketchy walking across those logs.
That was a little tricky.
So we get up there, we get through the first meadow, nothing. We hit the second meadow and we're at the end of it. My dad does a couple bull calls. And lo and behold, here comes this bull, comes out of the brush, the alders they call them up there. And he was nice, but he wasn't legal. They have to be 50 inches or have 3 brow tines on one side. Pretty cool encounter with this animal. I mean, they're huge.
All right, we just had a nice encounter with a probably 30, 35-inch bull. He only had 2 brow tines on each side, and they got to be 50 inches or have 3 brow tines on one side. So he got a free pass today. So we're going into a different meadow to see what happens in this one. Dad said he's seen a couple in here a couple days ago, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
That was it. That was pretty much the only encounter we had with moose on day one. So we're gonna head back to camp, get some firewood split up, and get ready for tomorrow's hunt.
Oh! This is what we gotta do to get firewood here.
We don't mess around. When we're up here, we don't need no stinking axe for a fire. We just use a chainsaw.
You gotta be able to stay warm. Yeah.
The fun's at the moose camp.
This segment is brought to you by Hangsters Motorsports.
Hangsters Motorsports is now the fastest growing Yamaha dealer in the state of Wisconsin.
For more information, go to hangstersmotorsports.com.
So day two, rain, which it always does in Alaska. So we're just kind of hanging out in the tent.
What do we got here? A bunch of lazy guys sitting by the fire in moose camp here. Cold up there. This is where we sleep. Cots, all our stuff hanging up, drying out. It's not really what you'd call roughing it, but it is roughing it.
Pretty good accommodations with the wood stove, and it was nice and warm in there at least.
All right, what are we doing, Don?
Going for a hunt.
Day number 2. Where are we going? We're going south this time.
Going downriver.
Yeah. So,
Going down where the big ones come around.
well, that's good. That's where Don shot that big one 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yep.
All right, we'll see if Dale can keep his blister off his hand from carrying the camera today.
Yeah, I can't believe this.
Now we're eating breakfast, drinking some coffee. Dad's eating breakfast burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to hang out up there in Alaska, in the backcountry with your family, my dad, my brothers, which I don't get to see my dad very often. It was definitely a memory I'll never forget.
Snack time.
Oh. Oh.
All right, it's a clear morning today in camp. See the mountains up there. We actually got a little snow on some peaks last night. Can't really see them. Maybe you can over here. No. Can't really see it, but here in camp.
So day 3, we get up, we cross the sketchy logs, crossing the river again. We went through the first meadow, nothing. Got up into the second meadow. We decided we were just gonna sit down, you know, do a little call and see what was going on. And we happened to notice there was a bull laying down up on the side of the mountain. So we watched him, and finally my dad's like, yep, that's one, we're gonna take him.
Looking to stand out from your competitors and increase your brand awareness?
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Then advertise with Outdoor Junkies and reach your target audience. From new product reviews and product placement on our show, our team will enhance your marketing strategy and generate new clients.
Oh, yeah!
Contact us today at 262-607-6399 or check out our website at outdoorjunkies.tv and get your fix. This segment is brought to you by I-90 Enterprises, your benchmark for excellence.
So day 3, we get up, we cross the sketchy logs, crossing the river again. We went through the first meadow, nothing. Got up into the second meadow. We decided we were just gonna sit down, do a little call and see what was going on. And we happened to notice there was a bull laying down up on the side of the mountain. So we watched him, and finally my dad's like, yep, that's one, we're gonna take him. So I got set. He was about 250 yards up on the side of the hill. I shot the first time, definitely could hear the impact. Second shot, dropped him right where he was.
I just shot a bull. Just shot a bull up on the hill. Well, that's what Don goes, why don't you wait till he stands up? I said, Dad said he'll walk off. I just shot a bull. Shot a bull up on the hill. Right up there on this side of the hill, we just snuck into this valley. Don looked up on the hill and seen a cow staring at him. And then he seen the bull. It's pretty weird how this happens. It's heavy. It stinks.
So what an incredible experience that is to be up there with my family, my dad, and my brothers, and be able to take a beautiful moose like that. They have to be 50 inches or have 3 brow tines on one side. Now the work begins.
All right, junkies. This is 4th day of the hunt. It rained on us all day yesterday and the night before, so we're pretty much stuck to the tent. So this morning we got out and started walking, rain let up, and back in we come, and here this big boy was laying on the hill. We almost missed him. We almost walked right by him, but he didn't make it very far after we seen him, so now the work begins. Here we go. We got a lot of packing to do and a long ways to go. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.
Just got done cutting all the wood. Now we're eating breakfast, drinking some coffee. Dad's eating breakfast burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Got the whole horns cleaned off. Ready for the hike out of here.